Okay, just got done watching the Bears pull out their wild card round. The Bears. Steelers are Monday night this week. Just as a reminder, I'll be wearing different attire for sure for anything, recordings or otherwise. So, what we're gonna do now is been having problems with that left shoulder tie into the bicep. So in other words, the sits and the left bicep tie in there, so the connective tissue. And as a result, I decided, because of the pain and not being able to sleep very well with the cold, dull pain at night, that I'm gonna develop some light, less frequent workouts. So today we're gonna do 30 minutes, 3-0, of pull exercises. So this is gonna be the whole upper body pull system. So approximately 3 working sets, 5 total, including a warm-up and a catch-all warm-down set. And in between, we'll work dumbbell raises, bent over dumbbell rows, in other words, biceps, and a little bit of traps. And then the frequency of this is just going to be once a week. And I've really, really cut down my frequency, which is why I'm gaining unnecessary weight. I need to also control my diet right now. So without further ado, let's get into stretches for this. I will post the sets and the reps in the comments. But right now, I'm going to do the stretches. So when you supplement or face your hand down towards the ground, right, you're actually stretching more of the bicep in this area. If I go like this, then I'm gonna be stretching the chest. And I'll show you, I'll change the angle of the camera so you can see what I'm doing. So here's the lat pull down machine we're gonna use primarily. Dumbbells are over here. I'll bring them into view as necessary. So this is more of a chest. This is more of a chest stretch. When I go from this to this, I'm stretching my bicep and a little bit of anterior delts, the front of your shoulder. So same thing, left. Everything you do on the right, do on the left. There you go, forward. 7, approximately 10 seconds. 10. Right? Stretch upper body, pretty much everything. Shoulders, just did biceps. Shoulders like this. And I hold my hand out for maximum leverage and maximum tension against the shoulder when I stretch it. Start like this. Again, even though we're not really doing shoulders and tris, I just do them for a couple seconds just to kind of warm up on both sides of the joint. I keep this to 30 minutes, so we're gonna roll through the stretching, although extremely important, and doing the cardio to get the blood flowing ahead of time. So this is triceps, and you know we did shoulders here and here. Stretch biceps already. One thing to always do is to get that joint, especially as you get older. I used to laugh when I was younger and I see guys doing this exercise in the gym. Didn't understand it, right? Flex your lats, your back muscles, hold the dumbbell forward, have a good back flex, and at the same time you're fixating your shoulder joint. And then you're just coming up to work the rotator cuff, the sits. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12. You want it to be for at least a total of 40 seconds each arm. So I'm at about 30 here on the right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 40. Remember to keep the back flexed. Okay, Same thing on the left. That's a 5, 6, 35, 40. Okay, the other part of the rotator cuff is this way, and this gets a little bit of the bicep stretch when you're coming out this way, and then the outside of your shoulder coming this way.
You sure?
Stop. I'm gonna post this on YouTube. So I don't interrupt your TikTok, do I? You can feel free to work out, and you can be my example.
I got this first.
All right, there's my lovely wife. Nosy and interfering as usual.
Like the
Well,
kitty.
she just made dinner, so I look forward to that. But also just warm up back a little bit with some light bent over dumbbell rows, which we'll do later. Now, my left side is the problem, so I'm gonna very much limit what I do for the left side. This is only 20 pounds. I'm just doing a couple stretches, but you'll see when I work the biceps portion of this pull workout series, I'm probably just gonna do one bicep and then use a lighter dumbbell to come in and do a finishing movement. You'll see the same thing with most of what I do with the dumbbells today. All right, first set, very light. I normally, when I don't have an injury, I normally put a lot more weight than this on it. I have approximately, again, I'll post the sets, the reps, and the weights in the comments, but this is only, for me, probably not even 20% of what my max capacity is. It's about 30 pounds on each side, about 50, 60 pounds. This is a pretty good Olympic lat pull down machine that I have here in the house. So I just get the normal grip. I've been keeping my grip to 3. This is a warm-up set. 4, 5, 6. Control the negative, which is coming up here. 7. Positive or eccentric portion coming down. 8, 9, 10. Okay, back feels pretty stretched. Time to get into a working set. So again, dealing with an injury, and I really want it to be recovered so I can go back into some badass weightlifting, and at least for my age anyway now, for my current capacity. So, Foot to Hill, this is all about longevity. It's all about maintaining after what happened to my dad and how debilitating he was at the very end. I want to max out my potential considering my injuries from the military, from lifting heavy, parachuting, all my past. So trying to maintain muscle and work around injuries. That's the whole purpose of this new blog. It's not bodybuilding or adding muscle or any of that. So everything is very conservative and somewhat precautious. So next is
Exercise? Go.
Next is
Exercise too.
I'm gonna do something that's kind of strange. Gets more biceps, right? But this will be my max set. Close grip, because I don't want to extend my arms out too far and aggravate my tear, which I could tell was growing on the left clavicle, left side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10. Okay, this is going to be not a drop set, but a superset, same weight. Again, I only added about 20 pounds, probably 65, 70 pounds here. I haven't really counted it. And then I'm going to use a normal grip, and I'm as wide as I'm going to go. I'm not going to go any wider than this, and kind of keep my limbs close into my body to protect that left shoulder to bicep tear. I also cant my hands a little bit out like this, my fingers, instead of straight on grip like I normally do. That way, again, it keeps my left appendage in closer to the body. I have the momentum of both arms, even though I'm lightweight. All right. First, dumbbells are going to be also for back. As I said, you're not going to catch me going over 20 pounds for my left arm. So I'm going to do some really light bent over dumbbell rows to maintain, to heal my body before I come back and do this again next week, or approximately a week. I may do a week and a half. I'm not anxious about frequency or lifting heavy or anything right now. I'm anxious about healing so I can get back to a better groove. I have a 30 in my right, 20 in my left. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. As close to parallel as possible with your back, right? But you're always going to have about a 20 to 30 degree angle if you do it properly. Here's my left. It's just 20, 30, 10 quick ones. 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. And I'm going to do both. Since I'm just using my dumbbells, I'm gonna do both arms at the same time. 10, 12, 11 in German. Okay, that's it. Kind of a mini superset for bent over dumbbell rows with modified dumbbells, especially for my left side. Now, we do the second working set, lat pull downs. I'm gonna get an inside grip. I'm typically out here in normal times when I don't have any injuries to deal with. My arms could be farther from my body. And it's the same with bench press. I use a barbell and I go wider. You'll see how I modify that, because that's really what's caused this tear. So this is an inside grip, just to protect that left joint a little bit, left shoulder joint. Max weight, second working set, lat pull downs. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Get that. Okay, so 15 reps. I'm gonna change the angle a little bit. I realize I'm kind of out of view there for my form. Always good form. Always make sure even grip. You got the proper back hinge for whatever exercise you're doing. In this case, you're a little bit concave with the back like this. But when you're doing inside grip, you have to lean back a little bit farther to get more range of motion and to be able to pull the bar all the way down to its finishing point. So next are biceps. I said we're doing all pull in one series tonight. So again, we've warmed up. Watch out, Simba, my little bugger. That was the proper name for my cat, Simba. I'll show you quickly. I think we're within our 30 minute time limit. Come on. You want to come up and see everybody see you? How cute you are? My little Persian, Simba. Oh yeah, come here. Eyes look red, huh? Spooky. There you go. So cute. He's grown. I try to feed him kind of like, I know he's a young male cat, so he likes to eat. So I try to spread out his meals just like you do for you. And pets should eat healthy. You should eat as healthy as possible. Although I've not been a good example of that this year for the holidays with these injuries. But he's grown twice his size since he's been here. It's only been about 4.5 weeks since we got him from the Big Island. So he's really happy, healthy, parkouring all over the house with Mia, his big sister, which you guys have all met before on other social media. I'll show you her later. Let's get on to the bicep set. All right. Again, just 20 pounds in my left hand. In my right, I got a 30, which is kind of average curl for me these days. Kind of average weight. On 3. 1, 2, up. 1. Do it. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so we have 10 reps. I'm gonna do superset. Again, another mini superset for biceps in between. And I'm just gonna grab 2 20s and just knock out another 10 reps. 2, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, that's it. It's like the majority of my biceps work for the week. For the week, and it is a weak biceps workout, but it's using my head, my mind over my physical limitations right now in order to recoup some of my capability from when I was younger. Very difficult. This is not easy for me. It's been mentally very difficult, especially with losing dad a few months ago, a new year starting. And just like everybody, we'll have our mental adversities we have to overcome. If you've been lifting your whole life in outstanding shape, bodybuilding, it is not easy as you get older to deal with challenges, especially injuries, physical limitations. So again, our goal. Okay, so I'm decreasing weight by approximately 10 pounds. I just moved off the 10s. We're going to replace them with 5s. We're going to knock out a bunch of repetitions, standard grip. Now I'll do pronated grip. And then we'll switch to standard grip for finishing. Nine. There's 12 easy reps, but good all the way down. Good eccentric movement. Good slow negative coming back from positive eccentric. Control the negative. That's about 22 reps total for that third set. All right. So now, I didn't lie, but I was somewhat misleading because I'm just deciding at this moment to change it up a little bit. Not to do traps today. Maybe one light set of traps, but I want to do long pulley cable rows, and luckily I have this inside device machine that allows me to do it. So let me try to adjust this. You can see down to what I'm doing. I have to move this out of the way. Gonna have to add a little bit of weight to this. Shouldn't hurt the area that's injured, because you have a close-in grip. You're not going far out like this, or with barbell bench press, or with wide grip lat pull downs. So I'm going to put 10 more pounds back on. With that considered, I'm going to make sure my feet are properly positioned. I have 2 peg bars down here. Okay, watch out, kitties. Here's the handle, and I'm gonna lean back like a ton of bricks, and my butt's on the mat, which is my floor here. Watch Simba. Good boy. 2, 3, 4. As good a range of motion as you can get. Now the gym machines, obviously, you're gonna get a better range of motion. But here, same thing. Back to a certain point, control the negative. Good eccentric, positive movement, which is pulling towards, and then control the negative. That's about 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Awesome. Okay, so we have 4 sets. 4 sets. That's 4 sets of lat pull downs, including 1 warm up. So we're gonna do 1 warm down, which is, I've heard people call it the cleanup set. Some of my clients taught me that terminology. So the cleanup set, like cleanup, like 4th batter in baseball, 3rd and 4th. If everything goes well, it's the 4th batter. Yeah. All right, so we're gonna finish this. I'm gonna do a set of traps, and then we're gonna do the cleanup or 4th set here, which is the warm down. So the traps are gonna be, again, I'm not really moving my shoulder joint except for the traps above around my neck, above my back, and above my chest. Traps are actually the opposite muscle for your chest, by the way. A lot of people think back is the opposite, but the antagonistic muscle is the traps. So 1, 2, these are just simple shoulder shrugs. Show you where I'm holding the dumbbells, right here, just to the front. 1 quick set, 30 pounds each hand. 5, 6, 14, 15, 16, 17, 20. Okay. All right. 20, Italian, Spanish, whatever. That's it. So now, take off, do my cleanup set. Stretch out a little bit. Make sure you keep the back stretched. Inside grip. I'm going to start pronated. Or palms facing up. Supinated. So, supinated. 2, 3, 4, 5. Clean up set, so lots of reps. 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Control the negative. Switch it, get your stance. Switch my grip to pronated. There's 27. Now I'm going to do an inside grip. Keep my arms close as I get tired so I don't hurt my shoulders. My left tie-in tear there. Injury. And it's 30 total. 1, 2, 3, 4. Shoots. That's it. The light back workout, avoiding an injury, in this case on the left side. Tie in between my sits, the connective tissue between my clavicle, between my shoulder, anterior delt, and bicep, which I know exactly what it is, despite the fact I haven't gotten an MRI on it yet, because I did the same thing to my right side a number of years ago. This is a lot longer to heal. Therefore, the development of this new exercise series. All right, take care, God bless. Shoots. Happy holidays. I wish you a happy, healthy, wealthy new year. Mahalos.